Welcome to another episode of Undercard Heroes. My name is Francisco. No Heather today, but she will be back in future videos. Today I'm here to talk to you about UFC 324, Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. This is the first fight of the Paramount Plus era, first fight of the year. Normally I give you 3 picks. Today I'm going to give you 6. So a lot of stuff. Let's get into it. First fight I want to talk about, Josh Hokit versus Denzel Freeman. Josh Hokit. This guy's weird. He's got kind of a Chael Sonnen type character to him. I first saw him on the Contender Series. Honestly, not a big fan of his. This is his second fight in the UFC. He is very well-rounded, primarily a wrestler, but he has KO power and is developing his striking. He's got a Division I wrestling background, former NFL practice squad member, and he's going to come out with really high pace early, and he's going to really try and put it on Denzel Freeman. Denzel Freeman, this is also his second fight in the UFC. He has a more measured style, primarily striking based, great at using angles, has great head movement. He's going to operate at mid-range with his shots. He's got less polished wrestling background, not great at grappling, definitely going to want to keep this one standing, and he has upset potential here. Josh Hokit is the favorite to win this, but Denzel Freeman could pull off the upset. I'm going with Josh Hokit to win this weekend over Denzel Freeman by KO TKO at plus 275 odds. I don't think he's going to outright knock out Freeman. I think he's going to drag him to the ground and end this with ground and pound. The hype train is going to be, I think, unreal for this guy as soon as he gets on the mic. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of his style, but I could see him having a big coming out party this weekend. Up next, the first of the really big fights on this card, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Umar Nurmagomedov, this guy is one of the top contenders in the division. Dagestani pressure grappling plus technical striking, mixes in kicks, counters, level changes seamlessly. Heavy volume, great accuracy on his striking, and he's got great top control, just like all the other Dagestani wrestlers. I had him winning the first 2 rounds against Merab, and now he's looking to get back into the title picture with a win here. Deiveson Figueiredo, completely different stylistic matchup here. This guy is going for power striking and more of a chaotic feel. He's dangerous, both standing and off scrambles. Former champion, former flyweight champion. He's got 9 KOs, 9 submission wins across his career, and he's got heavy impact shots, fast combos, plus he's a grappling threat. This is going to be a really fun fight, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Ultimately, I'm going to give it to Umar to win this one by decision at minus 135 odds. On to the first main event, we've got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Arnold Allen, this guy's a technical southpaw striker with MMA fundamentals, strong defense, smart pacing. He averages about 3.5 significant strikes per minute with solid 62% striking defense, so he avoids damage pretty well, works in takedowns to mix in his offense, but he's not really a heavy wrestling finisher, and he's also never been finished. He's a seasoned technician, wins rounds with range control, defense, and timing, not pure volume and power. Gene Silva, this guy on the other hand is explosive, high-impact striker who's always looking for a finish. Before Diego Lopez, he was riding a 4-fight win streak, all 4 of them by finish, including a submission over Bryce Mitchell and a KO of Drew Dober. He's got high volume, high accuracy. He is a constant threat in exchanges. He's got solid takedown defense, and Silva's going to bring power in this one. He's looking to end this fight. I think he wants to get back that loss from Diego Lopez, and he looks absolutely locked in this week. That's why I'm going with Gene Silva to win this weekend over Arnold Allen by KO TKO at plus 140 odds. I was at the press conference this weekend, and Gene Silva looked 100% locked in. Arnold Allen looks like possibly the weight cut was a little bit tough for him this time around, so I'm going to go with Gene Silva to win this one by KO TKO plus 140 odds. Next up, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derrick Lewis. Waldo Cortez Acosta. I keep thinking this guy's going to lose, and he just keeps winning. He's a forward pressure striker, aggressive volume striking, throws combinations continuously, especially in the pocket. He's got power hooks and overhands, and he's comfortable in close range. Likes to get in his clinch punches, elbows, and short-range bombs as part of his game. Defensively, when he's under fire, he can absorb shots and exchanges, and he can get hit coming in too. Which brings us to Derrick Lewis. This guy, one of the only other fighters besides Brandon Royval that has the fighting style brawler, and he very much is. He's one of the most feared heavyweights in UFC history, power puncher and finish hunter. This guy just needs one shot to end the fight. He's got the most KO finishes in the UFC, explosive overhands, really good counter exchanges. He doesn't need a lot of volume, just one big shot. But of course, I'm going with the knockout king, Derrick Lewis, to win this weekend over Waldo Cortez Acosta by KO at plus 380 odds. That brings us to our co-main event, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Sean O'Malley. This guy, technical counterpuncher with excellent footwork and distance control. He uses his ankles and lateral movement to create openings, so it's not just tons of volume. His combinations are sharp, they're varied, they're unpredictable. He'll throw head kicks, spinning back kicks, straight punches. He's got great feints. This guy is a fantastic striker. One weakness he's got, he can be vulnerable to constant pressure fighters who are able to close the distance and get him in close. That brings us to Song Yadong. Fundamentally, pressure boxer with excellent technical counters of his own. This guy doesn't just rush in, he pushes the pace smartly. He's got excellent mid-range combinations, powerful kicks, mixes in low kicks, upper body entries, and he really never stops throwing. He's got high output, but his striking defense isn't elite. He absorbs shots when he presses in, and his head movement isn't really all that elite either. I'm going with Sean O'Malley to win this weekend over Song Yadong at minus 205 odds, going straight money line here. This is my lock for this card. I think the Sugar Show is coming back. I think Song Yadong is going to have a hard time closing range, and he's just going to eat shots from Sean O'Malley all night. That brings us to the main event, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Justin the Highlight Gaethje. This guy is one of the most entertaining, most explosive fighters in all of MMA. He has fought the top of the division his whole career. Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Tony Ferguson, Eddie Alvarez, prime Michael Johnson. I mean, this guy has been on top for a very long time. He's got explosive, high-pressure style, strong pace, heavy leg kicks, and he puts power in every single shot he throws. Paddy Pimblett, this guy is one of the most exciting fighters in this division, exciting fighter in all of the UFC. This is going to be his biggest test here to date. He hasn't really fought high-level competition. He looked fantastic against Michael Chandler in his last fight, but this is going to be a completely different animal. He's got, boxing, counter striking, high creativity, unpredictability. He's very unorthodox, sets traps, uses feints. He's got good head movement, and he can mix in the grappling too. For this weekend, Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. I think Gaethje's going to win this fight, but I'm going with the fight to end in a KO TKO finish at plus 140 odds, so either one of them to get that finish. I think we haven't seen the best of Paddy Pimblett yet, but we have seen the best of Justin Gaethje. We know his experience, we know his resume. Ultimately, I think he gets it done, but I'm going with this fight to end by a KO TKO at plus 140 odds. Last fight I want to mention here, definitely watch the Ateba Gauthier fight. This guy, middleweight Francis Ngannou, I was going to add him on here for a KO finish, but odds are minus 550, so I didn't really see it worth putting on here, but definitely worth watching. Thanks again for watching this episode of Undercard Heroes. What'd you think of these picks? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone.